if you could name one, what was your one single favorite memory or story from your trip to Africa?
Hmm.
My one single food. That's a very broad question because
I
there's so
know.
much that
I know. I'm
happened. I
putting you on
mean,
the spot here.
yeah, you are putting me on the spot, but I say I say the Kenyan, my Kenya visit was so. It was just crazy to me on how much people just came out for me. Like I think it was maybe around 20. I think about 30,000 people that came out from the city
Oh,
just to watch
wow.
me stream and just watch me and just be along in experiences with me. So
Yeah.
I don't think I'd never seen that much people ever. And just to think that I could pull that such a crowd in Africa, I was astonished. I'm gonna be honest.
Wow. Wow. Kenyans, my brothers and sisters in Kenya, you did it. You did it. You topped the list of all African countries that IShowSpeed has toured. Imagine Speed has toured the world everywhere, but he has never seen such a crowd. He has never pulled such a crowd. 30,000 people. You guys, 30,000. I don't know if you guys really understand what I'm talking about, but 30,000 is not some random number or some small number that you can play with. And guys actually showed up, and they didn't just watch him stream, but they participated. They were part of the stream. You know what that means, guys? So one thing I want you to learn from this whole experience is that, like, people stick out. People matter more than the buildings, more than the landscapes, more than the rivers, the natural resources, the tourist attractions. People are the real tourist attractions that we should focus on as Africans. I know very many African countries are thinking about building this, building that. The Egypt has done the museum. What we have this longest mountain in so and so, the longest river. We have this good freshwater lake. All those things matter, but what matters the most is the people. Imagine how would Speed. We've watched Speed stream. We've watched all the countries he's gone to. We've watched clean countries like the Benin. We've watched South Africa. We've watched all cool stuff. But guess what? Kenyans stood out. For him, in his mind, all the memories stick to those experiences that he had with the Kenyans. Why? Because they showed the love. They showed up, they had the vibe, they had the support, and cheered him on, and he felt that he really belonged there. That is the only place that he felt the most in the entire world. Not even his home country, which is the USA, of course, but not even there. So this is a lesson that we should learn, The USA might be a great country. Like, oh man, they have a great military, they have war, or whatever you have to call yourself great, does not actually supersede the importance of people in building the nation. How people behave, how people treat one another, how people do their own day-to-day stuff actually matters. Because it's like a coin of two sides. Everywhere you see people who are good, there are also some people who are bad. So many people will think about it like, Kenya, but Kenya's Speed was duped. Kenya has lots of thugs. Kenya has a lot of mandamano. You guys know what I'm talking about if you're Kenyan. There's a lot of all these kind of things that people know about Kenya, but still there's that good. And when that good supersedes the bad, of course you'll see it winning like what we're seeing right now. And this is not about tourism, guys. Kenya did not pay me to make this video. This is true reaction to Speed's what? Or should I say it? Endorsement? Because like Kenya was endorsed, like, oh, Africa, we have Kenya. So you guys remember when Speed was talking about buying a house? Some people talked about buying a house in Rwanda and whatever it was. Maybe he was trolling. But this time around, if there's any country he would consider buying a house in, then that would be Kenya. And Nairobi is truly good. Nairobi is a beautiful city. I've been there. Not just the buildings. I'm not talking about the buildings, guys. I'm talking about the people here. It's one thing I want you guys to understand. As Africans, let's focus on the people. Let's focus on how we treat each other, how we behave, how we talk to strangers, how we treat. Like if we have the best of everyone's interest in mind, definitely we'll see it playing out like what we're seeing right now. Remember, even when Speed was coming, first impression, the president, the head of state, is welcoming him. Like, what? Really? I'm being welcomed like this? Is the president also my subscriber? Does he even watch my stuff? Does he even know about me? But he was really willing to welcome me, and the guys were like, you know what, Ruto is going after tourism, Kasongo is an opportunist, he's using Speed, like whatever they said and they shared. But guess what it did? It really stood out. It's really stood out for Speed. And right now, That's how you see him speaking about Kenya as the best country where he experienced the best moments in Africa. So in other words, if Speed is to come back to Africa or even to have any time in Africa again, he would think about Kenya. When every time he's thinking about Africa, he thinks about Kenya because it stood there up on the peak. You see this? You see this? Why do you think I have this? If you're Kenyan, you know. I mean, I was speaking to one of my Kenyan sisters in the faith, and she told me she doesn't like this because she doesn't like the material. But guess what? Even Speed has this now. Whoever goes to Kenya and gets that experience, it's always different. You will feel something in your life like it's changing and it's moving. You're like, wow, I really need to be here one more time. Because it's beyond, because the culture is rich, of course. He tried out foods, he went to places, he did that and that and that. Lots of things he did. But at the end of it all zeroes in the people. How did the people treat him? 30,000 turn up. Pure excitement, joy, vibes. They are all welcoming. And guess what? No one begged Speed a single coin. No one begged money, despite the massive turnout. And this all screams one thing, that Speed, you belong here. Speed, you belong here. And I think even when he's there, he's feeling it. But anyway, guys, you can also think about it because Speed, man, in his African tour, Speed joined lots of traditional cults and all that. He did lots of traditional ceremonies. He was given names. He was done whatever. So you might not be surprised if the Maasai guys have some stuff. My brothers in Maasai, I'm trolling. But anyway, guys, man, I really appreciate the energy that Speed was shown in Kenya as well. Personally, I really see that it was absolutely amazing and outstanding. No one could beat that. People tried, people did their best. Other countries, they showed up, they did what. But some even ended up embarrassing themselves, and we saw themselves on the internet all being shamed and trolled. Like, oh, how can you guys do this? Guys, but that's the truth of the matter. Is Speed chose Kenya as the best country in Africa that he has visited so far. I know he has not been to some other countries, he's not been to Tanzania, he's not been to Uganda, he's not been to very many other countries in Africa, maybe because they are not conducive, maybe security threats, whatever, underdeveloped. You guys need to put in hard work, more work. But of course, our brothers and sisters in Kenya, they have it. So guys, this is one takeaway from this video. It is not about what, it is about who. If you're thinking about going to places, if you're thinking about enjoying places, experiences, think about the people, think about the culture, think about indulging with the local people one-on-one. Don't think I'm just going to go to this place, stay in my hotel room and just move out to specific destinations. Just go and visit this place, go and see this, go and see the Eiffel Tower, guys, that all doesn't count until you get a taste of how do people treat you, how do people feel when they are staying in this place, what is the energy, how is the community like interaction with the community, how is it, how do you feel it, that's what sticks out, that's what stands out. That's why, guys, I'm telling you, if you're thinking about maybe I'm working so hard, you don't have time for your family, think about it, man, because your family, how you treat your family is what matters more than what you give your family. You might not have a lot, but how you treat your family, it would really stand out. And like, you know what, my dad or my brother or my uncle doesn't have a lot, but really loves me, or he really cares about me just because of the way you treat them. So guys, this is my honest take. And before we end up this video, I want to ask you guys right here in the comment section, what place did you go to, or what place have you ever been that the people around made it feel the best for you? Leave your comment, and I'll be glad to respond to you. And I want also to know, let's keep this conversation rolling on. But I appreciate that, guys, for subscribing to this channel. If you don't subscribe yet, please subscribe for more honest African takes, reactions, and also reshaping and transforming the African narrative beyond the global mainstream media perspective. Thank you so much. My name is Ivan Mugalia, and this is Annex Media. See you in the next one.